All right, so obviously, y'all know that's Cooper Flagg of the Dallas Mavericks, and this video is basically about him almost hit. I guess in some analysts or opinions, Cooper Flagg hasn't hit the stride that they have expected, in the sense of maybe he was overhyped, maybe this guy doesn't have it at the next level. And I'll say to those guys and their points, pump the brakes a little. Pump the brakes a little. I think Cooper Flagg, being in a situation like the Dallas Mavericks, being in a situation where knowing Kyrie and AD are currently injured, being in a situation where a coach like Jason Kidd has elected to play him in the role of a point guard at sometimes, when we know Cooper Flagg can set up his teammates. Let's not mistake that. He can set up his teammates. But I think his game is more suited at his natural position, especially in the NBA, at his natural position, which is a wing, where he can slash and get to the necessary spots where he needs to be. Now, make no mistake, Cooper Flagg is, he's not the top rookie, thanks to VJ Edgecombe of the Philadelphia 76ers. But I feel like he's finding his footing as the days and games go along, right? We know he's averaging about 13 points, almost 6 rebounds a game, and about 4 assists, I believe. But outside of the game versus the Oklahoma City Thunder, where he only had 2 points, he scored in double figures in every game in the NBA so far. So to that credit, you gotta give him some just due when it comes to that. It's not easy to step on an NBA floor at 18 years old and actually be able to produce and ask to produce at a very high level. Now, in the case of Cooper Flagg, the only gripe that I do have with his game currently is he only shoots 40% from the field. That is where I'm saying to myself, he has to be better, right? I want him to be north of 45 at least from the field, 45, 46, things like that, because we know from 3 that's not his game. The 3-point shot, he can make them and take them, but that's not his game currently. That's not his game currently. But again, like I said, Jason Kidd didn't put him in a position to fail, so to speak, but he did put him in a position to, I guess, have the bumps in the road now, right? If I was a Dallas Maverick fan and I'm looking at what Cooper Flagg has done so far in the NBA, I wouldn't be worried. I would not be worried. I would just say, okay, this is the ebbs and flows of not only an NBA season, but an NBA rookie season, right? You can't expect him to just come in and blow the doors off the hinges immediately. Now, when Kyrie comes back, I think it will be much, much better for his game, especially when AD comes back into the fold and he's healthy. So you'll have 2 veterans, leading the charge. Klay Thompson isn't what he was a few years ago. So I'm looking at him and I'm saying, yeah, you can't lean on Klay to give you 30. You can't lean on Najee Marshall. You cannot lean on PJ Washington. So a lot of, they do still have D'Angelo Russell. So he's either hit or miss when it comes to, his consistency and things like that with his opportunities. But when I look at Flagg and I say to myself, what's the next step, right? What's the next step for his rookie campaign? I just say continue to get better every single day. And I know for a fact that's what he's doing, because I seen him at Duke. I seen him, in many of Nike tournaments and things like that in high school. So he's a very hard worker. It's not like the guy doesn't know his skill set. It's not like the guy doesn't know he's ultra talented. It's just a simple fact that right now, I know the analysts, I know that the people with opinions are saying, well, the guy's not it. Let me know what you guys think.